Hey guys, what's up? It is Mossy from Pro Gamer Academy. We are back with yet another video. This is another one of our videos sort of leading up to Worlds. I wanted to talk about some of the teams from the LEC, obviously Fnatic and Mad Lions. We were looking at one of the replays from actually this is the last game in their final playoff series where spoiler alert, Mad Lions do win this game. They take the series, and obviously they won the summer split playoffs for the LEC. But I just wanted to take a look and talk about kind of what happened, what storylines unveloped throughout the course of their playoffs, since we usually cover LCS content a lot more on this channel. If you guys were not keeping tabs on the LEC, then I dare say you should have been. I didn't really get as much of a chance to take a look at a lot of these matchups because, I was mostly focused on the LCS throughout the last, really throughout the last couple splits here, as that's where most of our content is focused towards. But a lot of these matchups went the distance. They had 5 games in a lot of these series, and really, it was so exciting to watch Fnatic in particular make this crazy lower bracket gauntlet run where they just made it all the way to the grand finals. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's take a look at these teams. Let's talk about what happened, and yeah, looking forward to it. So just going through, I guess we can even start with just the semifinals. We had Rogue 3-2 against Misfits Gaming, kind of just like a banger series to start out. The LEC playoffs. Rogue is able to get the win here, and unfortunately for Misfits is actually going to drop down to losers round 2 off of this win, and then they get knocked out by Fnatic in another 5-game series. So I actually feel like Misfits, when you look at how well that they did in the groups, they had a 12-6 record throughout the LEC summer 2021. When you look at how well they actually performed in general, I feel like they kind of had a rough shake. But when you get knocked out and you play 2 5-game series, yeah, it sucks to lose like that, but at least you showed sort of I think a 5-game series should tell you which team is actually better. Because whichever team is able to adapt and theoretically take it to 5 games and win that last game should be the better team, right? You had all these games to look at. It's not like a one-off game where you can say, oh, they made a mistake in draft or whatever. But I do sort of feel bad for Misfits. Regardless, Rogue wins in semifinals. They go to the winter finals, and then they get 3-0'd twice. Rogue got 3-0'd by Mad Lions, and they got 3-0'd by Fnatic. So it was so crazy because Rogue wins out in this hard series. Rogue, remember, this team that finishes at the top of the season 13-5. They were in the first slot, and they just get 3-0'd, in the winners finals and the losers finals. I think storylines like this crazy shock twist thing, is a big reason why people are so in love with the LEC. A lot of these teams are just so competitive, and it's who is better on that day. Taking a look at the other matchup, it was Mad Lions in the semifinals. They 3-1 G2 Esports. They 3-0 Rogue, obviously, in the winners finals, and they advance to the grand finals, in which they play Fnatic here. But talking about Fnatic a little bit, they 3-2 Team Vitality in the losers round 1 bracket, so they get out of a 5-game series. They go play another 5-game series against Misfits. They play another 5-game series against G2. They win all 3 of those. They get to the losers finals. They 3-0 Rogue, and then they end up in this series here against Mad Lions. I mean, this is really a team with some insane depth, and really it's been quite the year for Fnatic, as they did have Weepo on the role change from top to jungle. I don't know, I really wanted Fnatic to complete the lower bracket run and make it all the way through the finals, but seeing them get 3-1 in the way that they did in the finals with Armut taking away the MVP, I mean, the top gap was just ridiculous. In Armut, I think going into Worlds will be one of those players for Mad Lions where he will make or break a lot of their games. They're going to have to rely on him a lot. He's a world-class player, and he might just have to carry them. Either way, if you guys did not get the opportunity to, I would really encourage you guys to go back and watch some of the VODs, some of the highlights at least from these games. The LEC, the playoffs, I mean, almost all these series were absolute bangers. I mean, look at how many games went the distance, these matches just going to 5 games every single time. Either way, I think if you guys are EU fans, you should have a lot of hope for Mad Lions. They're a young team, and maybe keep your head up for Fnatic. I think Fnatic is a team. Obviously, they've shown a lot of resilience. I think that they will have the ability to learn from some of their potential losses in World's group stage. Regardless of whatever group they get put in, and I think that they have a fighting chance to make it all the way. Anyway, guys, that is all we have for you this week, and we will see you on the next one.